Hey, Ari here, leader of the Race Mixing Revolution. Back with another episode. I just recorded an episode on defining the term mulatto, and I wanted to define the term revolution now. Revolution is a very powerful word I've focused on for a long time. I've been obsessed about this word for a long time, and I wanted to create a revolution for a long time. I even went to school hoping that somebody would teach me how to start a revolution. I went into political science my first year of university, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do with my life, but knowing that I wanted to do something revolutionary. And they didn't teach me how to start a revolution. They taught me some other things, and maybe if I had stuck to it, I would have learned some valuable lessons. But I knew that my journey was unique, and I wanted to do things that are obviously in the terms of education and learning and growing as a person, the same things that we would like to get from our educational institutions. But I knew my path was different. I do not have a degree in political science. I did not continue it after my first year of university. I did many other things in university. I'm not going to get into that too much right now, but a little bit personal background on me. But back to the term revolution and the idea of a revolution. What is this thing that we call a revolution? For me, a revolution is a universal thing. It's a very broad scale thing. It's something that touches the lives of many people, if not every person. A lot of revolutions will happen in specific countries, specific areas of the world, parts of the world, and they will change human life dramatically. A revolution can be something that happens in any industry. The agricultural revolution, it was one of our first revolutions. We understood that we could settle in some areas and grow food in that area and just stay there eating the food that we cultivated from the land. It was an incredible revolution, lasted many years. Agriculture is something we've used for thousands upon thousands of years. The scientific revolution, one of my favorite revolutions. I think a lot of people would agree that this is one of the most important revolutions in human history. This idea of the scientific principle, this idea of experimentation, of the value of evidence, and these kind of things, and being able to consistently follow a principle and follow some kind of rules and things that are proven to be true. That's a beautiful thing, the scientific revolution. Many revolutions have happened in the past, and many revolutions are happening now. They're not defined as revolutions like the fitness revolution, the fact that a lot of people are going to the gym. In my mind, this is a revolution. This is a fitness revolution, but there is not so much formal recognition of that. Not a lot of people call it the fitness revolution. It maybe hasn't gained enough specific points and values and leadership or whatever else to be defined as a revolution or to be felt as a revolution. We don't feel it's a revolution, but I think that there is enough people that are part of the revolution, and that it's enough of a broad scale thing and it's something that can be universally applied, that it can be a revolution. It's a revolution in the making. Whether it succeeds or fails as a revolution, whether history will tell of the fitness revolution of the 21st century, that's on us. Because any revolution is something that we have to make happen. A revolution is the acceptance that nothing is guaranteed to us. And this is a philosophy that is very important for me, and it's something I want everybody else to understand, is that nothing is guaranteed to us. Nothing is guaranteed. There is a good chance of a lot of things happening. There is plenty of resources and things that we have that we can make things happen, but nothing is guaranteed to us. An eternal life beyond our death is not guaranteed to us. Our consciousness, we have it now, but the extension of our consciousness into a better world and to an infinite life of security, it's not guaranteed to us. That's something that we are still debate in some ways, but this was a big part of the Enlightenment and these kind of things, and things that changed in the religious world. There was a religious revolution and things like that. Revolutions are all following the same principle of nothing being guaranteed to us, so we have to make something happen. This is universal in any kind of revolution, the scientific revolution, agricultural revolution, social revolutions, anything. In war-related revolutions. I'm not very dedicated to war-related revolutions, although those were very important parts of a lot of revolutions that changed cultures and societies. I just don't have the same perspective to speak on a lot of war-related revolutions, and that's not really my point. As the leader of the race-mixing revolution, I am concerned with progressive revolutions in social aspects, in real personal lifestyle changing aspects. And I think a lot of people in this day and age would agree that war-based revolutions are not very effective, are not civilized, are not appropriate in, in only so many words. And so moving into the future, I want people to think about the different things in the world that need a revolution. This is something that's very important. This thing needs a revolution. This thing needs to change, and there's no guarantee that it will change. Something like racism. There is no guarantee that racism will change. There is no guarantee that racism will change. I'll say it once again. We need to change it. It will either stay the way it is. It will either grow worse. It will disappear because of some unrelated things to us actually accepting racism and mixing race and creating a more natural, healthy, fluid society of people. But the best way for us to deal with this problem of racism is to mix race, is to have a mixed race world. I can say that with confidence, and I want to see it happen more around me so that we can prove that this is true. Just like the scientific revolution had so much to prove, just like the agricultural revolution had so much to prove, just like medical revolutions had so much to prove. So many different revolutions had so much to prove. And we're going to be experimenting with a lot of things. Experimentation is very critical to any revolution. So change one thing here, see what happens. Change one thing here, see what happens. And slowly, these creative forces will build up a beautiful crescendo of creativity that will amount to something. That's a revolution. Amount to something being better. Because at any point of the revolution, the scientific revolution, any other revolution, we were asking ourselves, is this making it better? Fans of the revolution, people who were against the revolution, anybody, were always asking themselves, is this making it better? Now we've changed it a little bit. Is it any better? Would it be any better if everybody understood this? Would it be better if everybody adopted this? Is it going to be better? Every revolution made things better. It made some things worse, but it made it better so much so that it became something permanent. Something permanent, something of a legacy. Every revolution has its legacy. Every revolution has a strong impression that it makes in the world. And it's proven time and time again that it is important, that it is legitimate, and it needs to be there. So thank you for being part of the race mixing revolution just by watching these videos. Thank you if you do anything else for the race mixing revolution. Experiment in your own ways. Challenge yourself. Get creative. Stay sharp. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more videos coming out in the future. Please share my video, copy the link, send it to some people, share it on social media. Please support me on Patreon. As little as $1 a month, you can help me in these very critical early phases of the revolution, help me build it from the ground up. Please remember my words and take them with you into the future. And thanks for watching again. I'll see you next time.